Welcome to Mama T Energy. I'm Tiara, aka Mama T, and I invite you on a journey to loving your life through stories, channeled messages, and energy work. I love life, and it is my mission to guide you and millions like us to discovering our passion for life. Let's open our hearts and dive in. I'm really excited for this conversation today. It's going to lead us into a money activation because money has just been so top of mind lately. So I've already kind of brought up the money conversation last week, and I want to continue it because I was inspired by a post, as usual. This is my generator human design at action in action. I really thrive off of responding to information that comes into me and feeling like, okay, is this my truth or is this what I'm in like not in alignment with? And like I love the ability to be like that can be your truth and this gets to be my truth. And so there was a conversation about, well, what if someone says they cannot afford our products or services, from a business mindset. If someone's coming to me and saying, "I love what you do, I just can't afford it right now. How do I handle that? How do I respond to that?" And for me, it's like, okay, wonderful, great. I love that you witnessed me. I love that you are into the products and services, whatever I have going on. And I also understand that right now we're not an energetic match. And that is okay, right? The person who is unable to afford what it is that I have to offer on the paid level, it is their experience. It is their opportunity to seek the resources needed to expand them to match my freak, if you will. And that is in my belief code. I totally understand if someone's like, okay, well, I charge $7,000 a month for this mastermind. The mastermind that really want to be a part of, that's actually what it costs right now. It's like $7,777. That is more than rent. That is more than a lot of things a month. And I see the value in it. I see the value in working with this person. I just know that like looking in my bank account right now is not the time for that. And I don't utilize the money as the reason why. Okay. And I want to talk about this right now. And this is where we're activating the money, right? When we are looking at our life and we're looking at experiences that we are desiring, it is kind of a societal norm to just be like, I can't afford it. And I find that the I can't afford it was a great way to shut other people down. Like if someone's trying to sell me something, they're like, oh, like, don't you want this new Beamer or this Mercedes, this whatever, like this, like, that used car salesman that's like, go, go, go. And you're like, no, I can't afford it. Like, I don't have the money. Like, is usually a great way to get them to shut up because if they're like, oh, well, like you can't afford it, I'm not going to try to sell it to you. I'm going to go for the next person. I'm going to move along. And I think we've kind of internalized this behavior of like, I don't want to have an awkward conversation. I don't want to have an in-depth conversation about why I truly don't want this product or service. So I'm just going to say that I don't have the money so that like we can just end this conversation now and not dive deeper, right? And I really want to encourage us to take that radical self-responsibility. It's not about the money. When we make it about the money, we also are blaming money. Like money is energy. If you're here in this space and listening to the work that I'm doing, then you are here for the conversation of frequency and energetics. Okay. So if we're saying that we don't have money for something that we actually want, well, guess what? We're manifesting not having the money for what it is that we actually want. We are going to make that a part of our experience. And the more we keep saying it, the more money's like, oh, you don't want to be able to afford the things. So I will just not allow money to show up for you so you don't afford the things. I get it. I get it. That's what you're asking for, right? You're asking for other avenues for this to show up for you. I'm not saying you don't get to experience what it is that you desire, because I know that I have experienced some amazing things. Like literally last night, I went out for a friend's concert and I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to go to this concert. It's a free concert. So awesome. I love, showing up and supporting my friends in the industry. So like, let's go." And so we go. We get there and I'm like, all right, I had a couple of drinks before leaving. So I had a nice little buzz going on. And I was like, if I buy a drink or two while I'm there, great, but like no big deal if I don't. And I get there and my one friend's like, dude, I got your first round. And I was like, all right, great, wonderful, that's awesome. And so like we have a drink, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. And then meet a couple ladies and they're like, oh, are you here for the same person? And we're like, yeah, like that's awesome. And she's like, I need to buy you guys shots. And so shots were bought, right? And then I was like, okay, awesome. Like that's wonderful. And then later on, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get myself a drink now. Do. And I walk up, and those same girls are at the bar, and they're like, "You getting a drink, girl? What you getting, girl? Let me get you one." And it's like, dude, you just bought me a shot. Like I don't. And right. And so this whole night, even when I actually tried to purchase things, it just didn't happen. Something else, like the universe was like, you know what? You're taken care of, right? And so this is how we're saying that what you truly want will show up for you regardless of what's in your bank account, is what I'm trying to say, right? So it'll show up for you if it is meant for you, if you're open to receiving it. And so there are so many wonderful ways and avenues to allow for this to happen. Another example is going back to that mastermind that I'm looking forward to being a part of, is that the person who is offering the mastermind has offered like way lower ticket items lately. Like, there was like $100 item here. There was like a program that was like $400, like nowhere near that 7,000, right? And I'm like, these things I can totally swing. These things I'm at. And so it's like I get to say that I get to be in this person that I admire's energy for closer proximity for these extended periods of time. And so I trust and believe that as I'm doing this work, I'm going to expand and match the frequency of being in the mastermind. And hey, maybe by time I'm in a place where I'm like, hell yeah, $7,000, $8,000 a month ain't nothing, right? Like when I'm in that space, maybe I don't even want or need the mastermind. Maybe the transcendence, it's actually called transcendence. The transcendence is just going through this experience of personal expansion to transcend to where it is that my next level is going to be at, which is super amazing and wonderful. So in this conversation, it's like, how do we look at it, right? So going back to the car example, if you're showing up and you're like, you know what, I really want the Tesla Model 3, I don't know. I think that's what they're called. You're like, I want this Tesla, and you show up to the Tesla dealership and they're like, I think the Model 3 is like the smallest of them. And they're like, well, let's get you the Model S. I think that's the SUV version, right? And you're like, no, but like I am an energetic match for the Model 3. Now you could that's literally what you're saying. Like I am a match for the Model 3. The Model 3 is what I want. This is what I'm feeling like, right? And you can own that. They start saying, but no, like the Model S has more features, more this, it's got more space. Don't you want to have a kid? Don't you da, da, da. Whatever their talking points are for the difference. I don't know why I'm doing this Tesla experience, like as if I know enough about them, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like they're trying to upsell you and you're like, no, but this is what I want. And in that moment, we're kind of like, we usually just go with, I don't have the money. Like I have the money for the Model 3. I don't have the money for the Model S. Like stop trying to push it on me, right? That would be a plausible answer to really help them to just stop pushing, right? This is what I'm going to get. However, when we say it, we've already talked about it. If I say I don't have the money, the universe is like, okay, well, let me take some money away from you. Let me create an opportunity for you to have less money. So like in theory, you could have the money, right? Like maybe it's not all in one bank account. Maybe it's a mixture of this bank account and this line of credit and this thing here and this thing there and this thing here, this thing there. And then this bonus that was like in the wings for you for the holidays was going to come. But now, the universe is like, well, maybe we're going to just have your company have a rough year. So nobody gets bonuses now, right? Like, and so like things can shut down, right? We have kind of a linear mindset when it comes to money as a society. And it's really my job, my desire is to, an intention, there we go, that's the word, is to help us all witness the magic that is truly around us, right? There is so many opportunities for growth, expansion, and experiences that when we come from a place of lack, we create more lack. So in those moments, not making it about the money. Really, like we stop blaming money. Stop blaming money so money starts showing you the love that you want it to, right? Show it the love and the respect. Put some respect on its name because money is showing up for you. Okay. Money is showing up for you. And we'll start the activation soon because I can just feel it, right? It is showing up for you. So stop blocking your blessing by trying to tell other people that you don't have it because you will continue to experience not having it. So take responsibility. What is it? When someone says, okay, I want to upsell you this thing, rather than saying, I can't afford it, say that you don't want it. It's simple, right? And if someone's going to question that you don't want it, why don't you want it? I don't like it. I don't like it is a good response. I'm sorry, it's not for me. And honestly, we don't really need a reason. I want it because I want it, and I don't because I don't is enough. I receive because I receive. We need to stop making things mean stuff. Things and stuff, right? We need to stop making situations and feelings and understandings mean anything about ourselves, the people around us, the product, the service, right? The more we create this, like, this is what it means, the more that we put ourselves in a box, right? Now, there are opportunities to like have that meaning expand us. For example, if you're like, I don't know, walking down the street and someone's like dog comes up to you and sniffs you and like licks your legs and all that kind of stuff and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute, and you bend over and you pet it and then it licks you in the face, so you're like, this dog loves me, right? That feels so good. That feels expansive, right? So of course, if you want to make it mean that the dog loves you, go for it, right? But that's an expansive experience, so lean into expansion, lean into growth, lean into creating more on top of more on top of more of the things that you enjoy. If it's a hard no for you, if it's not a like resounding yes in your body, then just cut it off. Just say no. No is a full sentence, honey. Say no. All right. You're like, I'm here for the Model 3. Don't, well, what? Why not get the Model S? Like, this is so much better. No, I want the Model 3. Really stand up and in your power, in your ownership for what your yeses are, and take responsibility to say no to what it is and not provide a reason if you don't have a reason that is not money. Like, whether it's I don't like it, it smells weird, it's like whatever it is, it's just not for me. And keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it grooving because you've got this, right? We are activating the money frequency. We are activating the experience of experiencing everything it is that we desire. Saying I receive because I receive, not because I'm the manager. I receive because I have a great job. I receive because XYZ. That means that we are telling the universe that we have to have this meaning in order to receive. I receive because I receive. I receive because I am. There's no whatever. I want to because I want to. It sounds fun to me. I like it. It's expansive. It's a no for me because it just doesn't feel right. Like it is what it is, and letting it go. So what we can experience more extraordinary, luxurious, if that's your vibe, experiences. And I don't know, my tarot deck is sitting in front of me and it's like, meh, meh, meh. So before, I feel like this reading is going to help align the direction of where what we're gonna activate today. And I invite you, if you are looking for your own personal activation, if you have something that you're really working through, or if you want your own personal reading, I do offer really potent, powerful, quick sessions. They're 11 minutes, private sessions, $44. You can just go to my link in the description on mamateenergy.com and book a session on my calendar, and we can work through quick and easy. So let's go. What do we need to know about this money conversation? Hmm. Again, beautiful. We have the Five of Swords, which I feel like comes out a lot lately. That Five of Swords. So getting out of your mind about it, right? Like stop making it mean things. It's all in alignment. When we let go of that inner monologue, if we let go of the creating the meaning for things, if we let go, we simply let it go and let it just be, that's when we have the ability to be free and run. That's that Knight of Swords, right? We're moving forward, we're growing, we're flowing. And then from there we get into from that movement, we're creating that legacy. We are creating the savings. We are creating the buildup with this Knight of Pentacles. Yes. So I love that the Pentacle shows up, which is definitely like it's the earth, the physical, the money card or suit in the tarot. So right, like the more we align our mindset and our actions with expansion, the more money and legacy we build for ourselves. So let's get into this activation. I invite you to get into a safe space to receive. So if you're driving and you want to continue listening, you can pull over, park, do something that puts you in a safe place so you can just stop doing anything else and really sit and receive. You can lie back if you want to lay down. Your positioning doesn't matter. Just really being in a place where you are not distracted by anything else, any actions that you need to take, any conversations that people want to have. Simply take a moment for yourself to be. Coming into resonance, taking a deep breath in and out, in and out, settling the body, regulating the nervous system, allowing us to connect as oneness through time and space. Whenever you're listening to this, it is perfect and divine timing, and we are connected. Offering a clearing to the heart space, knowing that all we create is through love, love of life, love of the experience, love of self-preservation, because even fear is a derivative of love. Everything, every action we take derives from love, loving our experience, loving what it is that we already know. And let us cleanse and clear the heart space to create more space to love bigger, to love deeper, to grow and expand, and allow in more on top of more, on top of more, on top of more. Breathing in and out. In and out. Imagine a bright light coming from the heavens above down into your crown chakra. This white light is moving through your body, cleansing and clearing and releasing any distortion around finances, freedom, wealth, abundance, cleansing and clearing any ideas of having to, should to, in order to receive. Leaving behind the belief that I receive because I receive. I am because I am. I do because I do. I love because I love. Freeing us up to receive all the ways, always. Moving deeper and more down the body, cleansing and clearing in the back body, the shoulders, the arms, the fingertips. Moving down the chest cavity, through the solar plexus, sacral. Cleansing and clearing in the gut. Our gut holds so much. Shows how much we're thinking. It shows how much anxiety we place on ourselves, especially around money. So just offering a little extra loving touch to the gut space, amplifying our gut health, healing any wounds, leaks, ulcers. If you would like to receive this healing, this Reiki energy, simply say yes out loud or in your mind, offering your sacred yes to allow this energy to touch and heal you. Allowing the light to move down past the hips, offering love to this hip space, the root, the base, sending that Reiki energy to maintain our strength and amplify our personal power. We stand in our power. We say yes to what lights us up and no to what it is that we say no to. Moving forward with our sacred yeses creates more expansion, creates more confidence and clarity and who we are and where we want to go. It activates more growth, freedom, and love in this life. And as growth, freedom, and love are all frequencies, so is money. It is all connected. Our wealth, our abundance, our love, our life, all connected. Bringing it all into balance. Moving the light down our legs, moving the light to our feet, bringing in more on top of more on top of more. And with that, I leave you in the space to sit with this energy. As you are ready, whenever you're ready, you can come back into the world, come back into your movement, knowing and trusting that you're activated and ready to receive more on top of more, ready and activated to lead with your sacred yeses and your sacred nos, moving through this life as you desire. Thank you for tapping into Mama T energy. Thank you for holding this sacred space. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And remember, if you want more of this energy, more on top of more, tap in at mamateenergy.com. Love you.